Whenever you're ready, please go ahead to share.
Maybe do I need to give you access because I'm the host? So I'm making Moni as your co-host for Kayani to share.
Oh, everyone can share, I think. Dr. Zhang.
Oh, everyone can share? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, all of you, please let me know once you see my screen.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Yeah, so basically I have made some notes the current work we had already done some infrastructure creation for the Mizar and Actos. Also, we done the deployment and the integration of both Mizar and Actos. In this call, we will showcase and all these are the two questions which we need to ask, like the understanding on the development flow of for the Mizar and validate our across Mizar integration. So this is my technical team. Like I guess Pramod sir is there, his team Komal, Vivek, and Rajat Ghosh. These are and Faizan. These are the team which are working on the which is working on the Centaurus dedicatedly. So I would like to ask Komal. Komal, are you there? So that you can showcase your screen and demonstrate our infrastructure, which we wanted to showcase to the Centaurus team, and they can validate.
Yeah, sure.
Komal and Kalyani, hi. I
Hello.
want to interrupt first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Magni, hi. This is Archana.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
So actually, related to environment, once we have done the discussion with Catherine also, but basically we want to know first the basic goal of the project, like the idea, the thought of the project, why it has come up, and then that will be more helpful to decide the use case and then the contribution area. Anyways, this technical discussion we can continue with Catherine or with you also, but this session should be the introductory session. We want to understand the scope of the project, use case, the basic ideas of the project first.
Yeah,
so that we are unable to understand with these all the references given and the documentations. There we are not able to understand the basic gist of the project. First, we want to understand that.
Yeah, I can answer that. So all the tasks that I sent you the link, the task is centered around the Arctos Misa integration. So as a user or as someone that is new to Misa and Arctos integration, I think it would be nice for you guys to just run Arctos Misa together, and then to try to create pod or create VPC, like those general behaviors that a regular customer will use, and then discover the issues or bugs, and then try to fix them. Basically, the list that I gave you is all centered around to integrate with Arctos and Misa and discover the new features we should develop for a better user experience. So as a engineer or like someone is new to Misa and Arctos, having like to have a general like a VPC and a couple subnets and having like try create pods and try to have these pods talk to each other, like just discover the basic functionalities that a regular Kubernetes will provide is something that you guys can try first, and then if you notice any issues, bugs, that's a task that we need to cover, basically. So a little bit more background on Arctos and Misa is initially Arctos and Misa are two separate projects. We just start integrating Arctos and Misa together, and then Misa as the underlying network service and Arctos as the tenant container, like a data plane level, like what user actually interact with.
Actually, Cassie, I can add some background there too.
Yeah.
For the Misa project, I think is it Kumar asked for the some background of the Misa project, right? Anyway, so I can get some background of the Misa project. Misa project is we started the project with an innovation project. We connect in the networking areas. Actually, this tied to our background. The Future Way is an R&D organization, and so we focus on some of the innovation project. So Misa started with the innovation project and try to solve performance and the scalability problem of current neutron in the OpenStack. In fact, try to solve those two problems. One is the scalability performance problem, which is based on the OVS. The neutron is based on the OVS, and then this is the one problem. Try to solve the performance scalability problem. The other problem they try to solve is try to come up with an innovative approach that is approve some of the new technology we can use. In this case, is the XGP/eBPF technology within the kernel space. So this is how the project gets started. And at that time we have some people here have some background on the XGPF, has background on the networking side. So we start with this project. Try to define a completely different and innovative ways to compare with the OpenStack Neutron project. For those that don't know the Neutron, the high level is a network solution or network SDN for OpenStack, which is a cloud infrastructure software platforms. And I think most of you guys, maybe all of you guys already know the OpenStack. And so, and that's that. And then we started with the Misa project started with a data plan, means the how to route the package, how to route the packets. I'm sorry, how to scale around in the manage the new VMs, new containers, stop new containers come and go, especially in the container case, come and go. So try to do that in the data plan, and then then we kind of develop a little bit management plan on top of it, just manage how you deploy the Misa, the bouncers controller, which is a part of data plane. I'm sorry. So that's a very high level for some background of Misa project. Again, it's started with innovation project and tried to proof of concept of new technology. In this case, XDP. And the other in fact, there's actually a short goal for this project and started is try to combine the network solution for both VMs and containers. As you know that Kubernetes managing VMs, they don't have actually network solutions. They just define the interface. And then OpenStack has a network solution, which is Neutron again, but they actually not support the scalability the container required. So we actually integrate with that too, and find out that it doesn't actually support hundreds or thousands of containers running deploy at the same time. So you cannot reach that scale for that. So that's another goal is try to combine the network solution for both VMs and the containers. So anyway, so hopefully they can get some backgrounds. You hopefully get some of your ideas while we're doing this MISA project.
Yeah. Also, like if you can also elaborate the existing feature which is completed, and what is the benefit or the use case to the end user. So we can do work on enhancement of it, or to define some new related use case on it, so that we want to check, like, if possible. Like you have given the idea on Mizar, then what exact use cases are existing in it, running use cases like features, and then what is the planned roadmap, upcoming roadmap.
So do you want like a list of the features that is currently working, and then list of the features that we want to have?
Yeah, correct. In Mizar and Aptos both, and then the one of the integration also, like Mizar and Aptos.
Yeah, it's good.
Before we go to sorry, I can see. Before we go to detail of each features, I want, because on the slides you show, I want to answer the one of the questions you have, maybe two. It's on the study development flow for MISA. So both MISA and Arctos they're open source, as you know, and we're taking the open source approach. Basically follow the development cycles of Kubernetes, CNCF project. In fact, in this case, is we do a 3-month release, and then I think the MISA team just released 9.15 release, maybe actually it's like 9.30 release. So now the team is planning for the next release, which is I think we can target for 12/30 end of this year release, and another basically 3 months release, so the quarterly release. So that team is planning for the features for the next release, which is 12/30, I think. And then we're planning that in the open source community meetings. You can including this meeting. I think that this is also an open source meeting, so we can discuss the planning and the features here in this meeting, as well as the other open source meeting. We have 2 now. This one's dedicated for you guys. So that's kind of, we take it as 3 quarterly release approach, and then we just have follow the CNC project release cycle. This project has nothing to do with CNC. We just follow the open source quarterly release setting. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've also shared the release notes in the comment section. You guys can take a look. For the 0.6 release, it's mostly for integration for Aptos and Mizar. So if you guys want to take a look at the link.
Yeah.
So for this meeting, you mentioned you also want to show a demo.
Yeah. Basically, again, what we are looking for today's meeting is, again, in the demo also, what features are provided and running to the end user, and then any issues or what is the stabilization plan. And then we have our infra team, so we have developed some environments. So maybe they have some queries list, so that we want to discuss after that.
Okay, since this meeting is mainly for you guys, you can run it with your agenda, and then all our actually our engineer, a lot of them are also on this call from both Arctos and Mizar, so they can answer any specific question you may have.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead with the demo.
Okay. Actually, I want to check if you have anyone who can demonstrate the project features right now, or we will directly discuss the environment related queries. So that we can do.
You are looking for a demo from our side, or not sure if I understand.
Yeah, from
Okay,
your.
if you go to the resource page that I share with you, the resource page for the website actually includes the demo video we have already created. That might be more useful since this is more for a Q&A, and then we don't really have an environment ready for you to see it like.
Yeah.
Actually, for
Okay.
the resources, in the video tab, we have demos created from previously and then with detailed explanation. So that should be very helpful for you guys.
Hey, Moni, maybe
Yeah.
you can also send the two videos, two talks we did last week in the ONES meeting. I think this that probably is a good starting point for them to learn about the MISA and the Arctos and their integration.
Okay, yeah, I will send them the link. Send the link to you guys after.
These two talks were just we presented last week. It hasn't been put in the on the website yet.
Yeah, no, because we're waiting for the official video, but I can share the individual link with them first.
Link, is this the same link which is mentioned in the reference link section? The third link is the please see the resource page of various video recording.
Yeah, that's where we store our videos.
Yeah.
We also have 2 new videos that will be uploaded. And before that, I'll actually send those links to you guys after this meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, Catherine already shared some of the links which I already mentioned over here, and we got the demonstration from her as well. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I will share the link for our tutorial. Both includes both Arctos and Mizar to you guys right after this.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, Magni. So directly we will come on the queries from our side. So I want to introduce my team first again once, because like we are meeting with you right today only.
Yeah.
So we have Pramod from our team who is looking on the Mizar part. Like we have defined the stakeholders. So on that area, queries will be taken care by Pramod and team. So Pramod, sir, and Komal, you can introduce yourself.
Thank you, Archana. Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hi,
Good
we can
morning.
hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So in my team, Komal actually create an infrastructure. As per the document given by Kathy in previous demo, there are some issues, but we actually rectified that issues, and we deployed the infrastructure of the Arctos and Mizar, which is means both are integrated to that infrastructure. So at the beginning of the meeting, Ms. Kalyani actually already told we need to validate that infrastructure. So Komal actually gave you that shows that infrastructure to validate after that. So thank you so much, Komal. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hello all. My name is Kumal, and I'm working on a Mezar part. So Archana ma'am can I show directly the demo or?
Yeah, you can like showcase your demo and then any queries you have. Also, Faizan from my team is joining as a development, like the development plus infra support. So now on, Faizan and Komal will have some queries, so they will demonstrate and ask the queries. So I'll request you both to proceed.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Let me know you guys can able to see the screen.
Yeah, it is visible.
So Magni, I have deployed Aptos and Mezar integration, and I have one master node and two worker node over here. So I just want to validate whether I'm in right track or what like I have one query. Sometimes these nodes gets in not ready state, sometimes it is in ready state. I have deployed two pods over here, and I want to validate the network part with these pods. So please guide me how to validate that, uh, guide me whether I am in a right track or not.
Kathy and Hong, you guys.
I don't. So the node 1, node 2 should be the IP address of the worker node, including the Ubuntu server. Can you? Yeah.
Yeah. IP address of this server.
So anyone from Arctos team, like what, like, am I right? So the name of the node should be the IP address, a private IP address of the master server and the worker node.
Okay. So,
yeah, I'm asking engineers from Arctos team.
Yeah, we have some engineer on Arctos should be able to answer the questions. What's the question again? Sorry, I can see.
The node name here. So currently you are having Ubuntu server as a node name and node 1, node 2. But when I deploy, like my experience is the name should be the private IP address of the VM.
I think that's the default case, right?
Yeah. So is it okay to have node 1, node 2 as like that?
Sure. That doesn't matter.
Okay. So I think to test it, you can run a pod with an image that is currently on the server to make sure that everything is running correctly. Yeah, you have 2 pods running.
Yeah.
And then can you run kubectl get pods -o wide?
Yeah.
You missed the S. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, both of your pods are on the master node. I think you can try creating multiple pods. See if one of them can be deployed on the worker node. Make sure the worker node is also working. So like over here, the node it shows on the master node. And you see how the daemon is running on the worker node. It's random. Like when you create a pod, the pod will be placed on either node randomly. So the way that you want to try to deploy is to deploy multiple pods so that one of the pods can be deployed onto the worker node.
Hi, this is
Hi,
Wei.
yeah.
This is Wei, and I'm working on Mesa project right now. And I look at your deployment. Looks like that two pods actually are using bridge CNI, which is not the proper way. I think why it was using the bridge CNI, because when you deploy, set up the cluster, you by default, you have the bridge CNI as the bootstrapping method. Then you deploy the Mesa. Unfortunately, there are two CNI plugins in place, and the system just pick the bridge CNI in your case. So I think in your deployment, what you can do is delete the bridge CNI config file from etc. CNI net.d from that folder, and then delete that pod and recreate the pod again. You should be able to have that pod running using Mesa CNI plugin. Does that make sense to you guys?
Okay, so what is the next step I have to do?
Okay. Can you go to /etc/ /etc/CNI/netd net point d net point
Net,
d. Yes.
okay.
Go into there and then list it. Yes. You will find the two files, and please remove the bridge config file. Yeah, and I think this is something we did not state very clearly in the installation guide. Okay, just remove the bridge.conf. Okay, and actually, okay. Then what you can do is you look at that two ports which have the IP address, which is 10.88.0.10 and 11. That two are actually got IP address allocated from bridge, which is not the way you want evaluate the Mesa anyway. And we can you can delete that two paths. Use the kube control command. Yeah. Yeah. It might take a while, yeah. Okay, yeah, delete another one. Okay, and after that, if you can, please log into the node 1 and the node 2, delete the bridge from their folder respectively. Because otherwise, if the pod happen to schedule on that node, then probably it will get IP address from the bridge CI 2, which is not the desired way, I think.
Okay, so you want me to delete this bridge.conf from node 1 and node 2 as well?
Correct.
Okay.
Mm. Okay, go back to the master node and then try to recreate the path. You can create the first one. Let's see what happened. If everything goes well, then you should see that pod running and get IP address probably from 20 or something, I think, if you use a default Mesa setup.
Okay. Before that, I just want to show you one file.
You should go back to the folder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably is the source. You still need to go. Yes. Go into source keys.io. Yeah, and the Mesa.
Before that, I have created one network. Let me show that file first.
Yeah, if everything goes well,
you can see this.
Do we have that network object then? By the way,
It should be 0,
can you
net 0.
Get net to display that. Kube control, get net.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now, we do have this network, which is great. Okay, which looks like things are in good shape.
So pod should get the IP address with this network.
Yeah, if everything goes well, we expect to see pod will get IP address from 20 something instead of 10. The 10 actually was from bridge.
Yeah, from bridge. Okay, correct. So let me create one pod.
Yeah. Okay. Can you run container D -- version? Okay, yeah, looks like container D is in have the expected version, so container D is not a problem. The,
can you open the Misa operator, the kubectl logs, Misa operator, see the error log?
Yeah. It's saying droplet.
Can you do a kubectl get droplets? So
Is this I think
yeah, this is looks okay.
but MAC and IP. So it's taking longer.
yeah, the pod cannot be in running state is caused by the droplet problem, looks like. So it looks like the Misa environment is not properly initialized.
Can you scroll up? See, can I see more of the operator logs? Yeah.
I want to check.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So it is continuously saying droplet is not ready. See,
Can we delete the Misa deployment and then do the deployment again when that fix the issue?
okay, how can I delete?
You will have to stop the Arctos API
No,
server.
I think probably you can when you do the creation, you use kube control create -f something, which is Misa, right? And then you use delete -f, the same thing. Only the verb is different. So you will delete Misa stuff, I think.
So kubectl delete.
So
Can I delete, or what you want me to do?
Delete individual objects is not the best way. I think you have a YAML file, right? Do you have the YAML file, the Misa? When we created the Misa, what is the YAML file we use?
See, I followed this document.
Yeah, look at document. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with the one.
I think it's because the droplet didn't register correctly. Because previously you were using Bridge instead of the Misa one. So you might have to redeploy Misa.
So the port name is still like end with 2. So let's create a new port name end with like a 3. I think this is a known issue that when we reuse the same name of the port, we couldn't do that. So we create a new port with a new name.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you want me to create new pod with another name?
Yeah, yes.
I think the problem is still the droplet or Misa environment initialization.
Okay, do I need to redeploy Mizar or we can troubleshoot that?
Yeah, I think looks like Misa does not have a very clean way to redeploy. So we have to do from the ground zero, which is install the Actos, then provision the Misa. So that is.
So the document I showed previously, is that okay with, to deploy the Mizar again, or you have another documents that we can refer? Hello.
Cassie had a draft which actually captured the process. We set up the whole environment the other day, and we Cassie and a few of us sat together and have verified the environment was properly provisioned and working correctly. And she had a draft. And
yeah, can you open the multi-node? The multi-node document I sent to you. Yeah, you don't need to. So all you need to do is to destroy the running Arctos API. Yeah, so basically the step 2, so after you destroy Arctos up, so basically the page where you have the Arctos API server running, you can do a Control-C and stop the Arctos. And then rerun Arctos up.sh. Yeah.
So can I stop from here?
Yeah, you stop here. And then rerun it. Like maybe press up arrow. Yeah. Yeah, just rerun it. Yeah. And then can you go to the next tab where you have the Arctos network running? Yeah, Control-C this one. And then rerun, press up arrow, rerun it. Yeah. Oh, wait, just wait, sorry, Control-C. After the Arctos is up and running, you can run that. Yeah, you have to wait here.
And meanwhile, I think you can go to node 1 and node 2 to kill the kubelet process there. Hopefully it has already been killed by themselves, but just double check. can you PS EF grab Kubernetes? Yeah, dash EF, I think, surface. And the pipe, then grab Kubernetes. QBLET. Yeah, please kill. No, this one, the next one. Yeah, rerun that again to make sure the process is killed. Okay, and yeah, node 2 do the same. There is no such thing. Okay. Oh yeah. No. You have, I mean, extra E at the end. The Kubernetes, you misspelled the Kubernetes. LET, not LETE. Yeah, remove the last character. Yeah. Yeah, kill. Okay, cool. Can you go to another console, run get node? Kube control get node. Can you describe this node? Kube control describe node. Yeah. Okay. Can you scroll a little bit up? There should have some message. Okay, here we go. CNI plugin not initialized. Okay, I think. Can you go to remember the folder? I asked you to delete the bridge. So actually, oh yeah. EDC CNI net.d. Net.d, yeah, net. Yeah, this one. What is inside there? No, you just list it. Now let's see what is inside there. Probably bridge. can you get node again to see whether the status updated by itself? Okay. Now one more thing. Can you list OPT CNI bin? Okay. Yeah, looks like this one is also great. Okay, I think there is one more thing we can try, which is you run system control status, not sys control, system control, CTL, then CTL. Status container D to see what is going on. Okay, okay. You can, okay, Control C, and then restart. System control restart container D service. Okay. Okay. Then yeah, that's good. And then let's get the node again. Okay, so it looks like this container D, after we abruptly decommission or tear down the cluster, the container D is not in a very good shape. Anyway.
I think, Cassie, maybe it's something we can add to your to the process to double check the container D whether it's okay or not okay. Adding to your installation guide.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
So that everybody else, for people in the future, try to install it, they may encounter the same problem. So it's better to put that in the installation guide.
I think after the second step is run the network controller, right? Yeah, that's true. And go back to the console to get net to see whether we can see anything or not. If we could not see anything, I think it's okay. Net AET. Yeah, I think that seems okay to me. And then the next step is going to install Misa, right? And before that, maybe we should delete the bridge CNI config. But okay, then let's install Misa first, then delete the CNI bridge.
Hey, Hongwei, these are two nodes ready. Also only one node, right? Running right now.
Because we did not join the other node, I think we can make sure the one node is working fine before we join more nodes. Otherwise, it's a waste of
Okay,
time.
that makes sense.
Well, we are waiting for the Mesa to be installed. Can we run get pause dash capital A capital T to see all the pods running in the system? We expect to see most of them. If not everyone is running, at least I would like to see. Dash AT, yes. Yeah. Okay, so far looks the cluster is in good shape. Usually the Mesa installation would take, I mean, from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, right? Is that the right expectation?
No, so after we see daemon running, so it will be completed very quickly. So when currently we are waiting here means something is wrong. So
okay, but there is a 30 minutes. Okay, Mesa setup timer of what is that?
that there should be some Mesa object is not provisioned.
Mesa.
I mean,
so how
like
do we find out the problem?
Could we type ngts then return?
Just nets, right?
Yeah, yeah.
NETS.
No,
this
I
is
mean,
not what he meant. You go back to that console and then run nets only, without anything else. NETS. That's all.
Just type NETS.
Just type NETS. Yeah, because this is the alias. You run that to say what? Yeah.
Is there something not provisioned?
The networks, right?
I think
networks is fine. We didn't create any Arctos network.
So everything is provisioned. So this is good. Maybe because the Mesa setup only wait 60 seconds, but after 60 seconds, actually it's come to good state.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Then go back to the console to run the pause -AT, and we'll see. We'll look at the status of all the pause to make judgment there. Do you think that's enough? Okay. Okay. I think
it looks good.
Okay. Do we need to look at the knocks of that operator? Do you want to look at the knocks of that operator, Mesa operator, to see whether we have the same droplet not available error message? If we did not find that, what kind of thing we can go to the next step? But anyway, I think looks like we did not have the droplet problem, right?
Yeah, it's okay to have the temporary error. I think we're good. We can try maybe create a pod.
Before that, we did create network, right?
Yeah, we create a network and also delete a bridge.
Yeah, we did first. We did delete the bridge config.
Is the Misa running?
Yes.
Can we delete the bridge config from the etc CNI net.d?
Why we need to delete a bridge?
Because now we have two.
Oh, okay, that bridge. Okay,
bridge.
Okay. The default bridge. I think I think that needed to be also put in the installation guide.
We
All the
have,
stuff has to be
we
put
have
in there.
another way. We have another way, which is provision the cluster without any single plugin, but we have not tested that thoroughly, and we did not. I mean, recommend to C2C a partner to use that. Yeah, just delete that one. Should be okay. And then, yeah, and I think now we can create the network and then start a pod in that network. Yeah, this YAML file looks okay to me. Okay, so basically we need make sure the VPC ID, the VPC exists, right? And can we, is that the command get VPC? Cassie?
Yeah, we can do that. The kube control get VPC.
Yeah, so we have VPC 0, okay, provisioned. So far looks fine. And then, yeah, we should use this one, looks like. Yeah, and can we get network, get net to see? Okay, yeah, so far good. And we can create a new pod associated with this network, as you have done before. Yeah, I think that one looks okay to me. That YAML file looks proper to me.
Is this still the one node?
Yeah, this is still the one node. Yeah.
Is the container D is okay there too?
Yeah.
Can you double check?
I think it should be okay because it is able to start other ones. No interface found. These are CNI.
Can you run kubectl get EPs? Yeah, the host EP did not get created.
Which one?
So there should be an endpoint that is connected with the host. Can you just do the log of the operator? You do a kubectl logs operator. Yeah, Joplin not yet created.
Yeah, the same problem as before.
Can you just run a pod without Arctos network? See if you can create a pod. Just do a kubectl run pod. Yeah. Dash image. Yeah.
Now I don't think you can run another pod because the CNI, the only CNI which is the Mesa CNI is not working. So how could it work? Unless you use some host.
And then you delete the bridge, so there's no CNI there.
There is a Mesa CNI which is not working.
Can you show me the daemon log? Kubectl log daemon log. Yeah, can you scroll to the top, the beginning of the log?
Okay. One thing. Can you run IPA to make sure you have is 0? Hello? I think that could be the problem, I think. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So basically, in current Mesa implementation, we have a limitation, which it expects the host has the nick named ETH0 instead of the ENS, which is the expected naming for the network. So that is something. We expect to see the host has this ETH0 net available.
Not this
If
one.
we change this, if we change this and rerun
change
it,
this cannot fix the issue.
No, yeah, it's not this one. This is connected to the pod. It's we in Mesa we hard coded the default Ethernet as Ethernet 0. So I think for your machine your default is ENS 160.
Oh, it sounds like this is a bug or
Yeah, this is a known bug.
we need to fix this in the next release. Yes.
Yeah, and actually we put this bug in
Okay.
in the task list.
In the next release. Okay.
In the task list, I'm not sure because we have not do the plan yet.
Well,
Anyway, I
we
think
need to fix this. We need to fix this. Otherwise, it's not when you're running the machine. It's not guaranteed that you have a.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, yes.
It's at 0, so that means you may not be install in any machine. So I don't know whether you have a different machine with the which has the Ethernet 0.
All AWS machine
No,
has
you can.
Ethernet.
If you can roll back to the older Ubuntu, the naming convention is for the newer Ubuntu version, but the older one we're still using the ETH0 naming convention.
We cannot use the older one.
Okay.
Because we need the very new color version.
This is in the AWS, right? Is the AWS VM?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
So what I mean is like we can use the exact same version of the Ubuntu we use in our own test environment because the kernel doesn't affect in this Ethernet interface naming. So we still can have the kernel version we needed. So basically, we just need to make sure their environment is the same as your test environment.
I think that there is a workaround, but
is it something that we should do offline, or is something we can do here?
You mean the workaround?
Yeah.
I think that would take quite some time. Basically,
doesn't sound like we can do here because of the bug, right? I think we need a patch quickly. This is a kind of a prevent people for deploy on the servers that don't have EC0.
I think there's some way you can rename the interface to EC0. Just search on internet. There's some ways, and you can create a configuration file to take place.
In that way, they need to reboot the machine, right? You may need to reboot the server, which is okay. Is there a way to rename it? You name this ENS 160 to EC0?
Yeah, if we search Ubuntu rename network interface, there are plenty of ways there.
How about do this? And where Moni, do we have another agenda? I heard somebody ask the questions, give a high level overview of the features.
Yeah, depending on everybody's time.
So I think well, I can suggest. I think we can do this. We can do where this is well. First of all, the known bugs, and then the team and the Misa team, all in the community, need to fix this quickly. I think maybe need a patch. Second is if Kumo is a Kumo, right? The one you show the screen.
Yes.
Okay. I think you can see on the. You can now. Well, I think we can do this. You can go ahead and find out a new way to rename it as ENS 160 to Ethernet 0, and then reboot. I think you probably need to reboot the servers, and then while you do that, I can give an overview of the Misa features while you're doing this offline. And then when you're ready, and then we can come back to this to continue kind of debug or running the pod. Will that work for you guys?
Yeah, Komal, are you understand what actually Ian said? I think he said to rename the interface name. Komal, you are on mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, the what Xiaoning just say that I would say that there's a bunch of ways to rename it.
So I need to rename this one, right?
Yeah, to the EC0. Yeah. The one, yeah, the ETH0, right? Just double check Hongwei, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, you guys want to do it right now? Okay, that's fine.
But in interfaces, I cannot see anything.
I don't know where it is, but and Cassie, I think because this is a known bug, I think we should put in the installation guide, so you have to rename this.
Okay.
Generally, I think the procedure you follow seems okay, because looks like, I mean, we just verified the whole process the other day, but not about the ETH0 issue. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, let's do this. That's probably, I don't know how long it's gonna take. If maybe when Kumo is doing this, make a change to the to ET0, and then I can give you our view of Misa features, which is and you guys ask, right? Is that okay with you guys?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Well, do you need any help at this moment? If not, I think Dr. Xiong can give an overview of the current features at the same time. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm not sure the Click2Cloud guys hear you or not.
Yeah, maybe.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Okay, while the Kuma is doing this, let me share so I can give our overview of the MISA features, very high level. Because it's all open source, it's already in the GitHub. I will just walk through the design document on the GitHub. So let me share first. Are you guys able to see?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a kind of a MISA project design document. I'm gonna just quickly walk through the high level features you guys are asking. So I know the people online, if the people online from MISA team and from Arctos team, you can correct me if if I'm wrong or if I'm missing something. So you can add. So well, first of all, I talked about the background of the MISA project. So the first feature, very basic feature, is let me see where this is. Is create VPCs. It's the feature is just create a basic network objects, create endpoint. This is this create endpoint, create VPCs, and create network, which is and the those are these very basic functions where the network solution has. While in Kubernetes, if you know the Kubernetes, they don't have those objects at all. Because Kubernetes is not a network solution, it only defines the network interface. So, but however, because you guys know the Neutron, the OpenStack Neutron, so they use create network, create endpoint. They don't have create a VPC, but they have a create network. They have a create endpoint. They call port. So this is very basic. First, functionality is able to create those network objects, and there's a two-way you can create it. It's actually not here. Well, this is one way. So the first way created is go through because MISA create integrate with Kubernetes. So using the Kubernetes CRD, actually CRD to create a network object, which is a VPC and network and endpoint. So you go through the one way to do this. Just actually showing there on the demo is go through the Kubernetes to create the VPC objects, which is all the new objects created for the created in the Kubernetes. Create a network objects, create endpoint objects in the later on. That's something you guys already showed. The other way is because MISA itself has on every host, there is a API, the gRPC API. You can actually directly call this API, create VPCs, create endpoint, and create a network. Let me show what the diagram is. So if you look at this, and so you create the managed plan. I think is Kubernetes CRD I mentioned earlier. So you can create the VPC network and endpoint through the Kubernetes, or you can just call directly the you can call the API directly from the transit daemon. I think transit daemon is API service, and you can just create it from here. There's the API there, and but that's of course is for that host. And every host has the same every host has the daemon set, transit daemon and transit XD program and transit agent as 3 components, plus the eBPF map. So every host has this, and then this transit daemon is actually is a gRPC server, all services. So this API can directly create to create VPCs. And if you go through this one to create it, of course you're not going to manage it through the Kubernetes. You have to manage your own. So that's the second way you can create a VPC. So back to the features. That's actually the first feature. Very basic, create a network object. VPC is a subnet. Some people call subnet with those hairs network. And endpoint, sometimes people call pod in the OpenStack Neutron. So that's the new network objects. And the second feature is the data plane. Is the routing. Let me see where it is. Oh, packet routing. So Misa at the beginning, at the first week, the project started, it's actually for packet routing or forwarding. So in 2 machines, 2 VMs, you could say, or 2 containers running, they are in the same network, or they are in a different network, they are on the same VPC or they're different VPC, and how make sure they can communicate each other is the network. The feature is actually provide a data plan routing, forwarding, in fact, in this case. So the packet forwarding here, just ingress or ingress or egress, I think it's 2, and that. And this diagram shows how Misa do that. But one of the features is providing the forwarding communication, packet forwarding between 2 VMs, 2 machines, or 2 containers. So that's one of the basic features of that. Let me see. So I was looking for another diagrams. Don't know where it is. Or maybe here, in fact. No, not here. Well, these are the details created with PC workflows. You can look at this. So I'm just getting a high level, very quick high level overview. So it's, because this is on the GitHub, so you can guys look at it, read through it. And the one thing I'm looking at is the bouncer and the divider, where it is. Features. Oh, here you go. That's the diagram I'm looking for. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So the other feature is, or what kind of feature is, Misa provide a routing mechanism, forwarding mechanism through something called bouncer. Bouncer is a XDP program where route the traffic between VMs, or between containers, or between VM and containers within a network. So you see this is a network. And there's also something called divider. And this feature allow the communication between the network. Those all within the VPC. So that's the second features have is provide a bouncer and divider to responsible to manage the traffic forwarding between VMs and containers and between subnet and or within a subnet. Now this diagram doesn't show everything within the VPC. But if you have a two VPC, and I think we can use the same mechanism or same idea, like a divider, that way you can communicate between two VPCs for the VMs that running on the different VPCs or containers. So that's the, I think it's third feature. So I just mentioned that at a high level. The another features it's called direct path. So I'm not going to go through this detail, but I come back to this this diagrams. And the direct path feature is if two VMs need to come over, let's say if the containers that need to talk to the VMs, it goes through the bouncer, and bouncer could be in the different host. So that way, if you communicate through the bouncers all the way to the machines, it goes through one hub. And the direct path feature allow the containers after first packet, another container directly talk to the VM directly, so that you don't have to go through the actual hub, which called bouncer. And by the way, you can deploy bouncer many instances. You don't have to be one instance. You can deploy many instances to scale the network forwarding the data plane. So that's a feature of direct path. How we do it, you can look at the details. I think we're using, the MISA are using Geneve protocol. So after first package, you put the IP address of the virtual machine into the packet header, so the back to the container, but container knows the next packet you can send directly to the virtual machine because I have the IP address there. So that's a direct path feature. And another feature is called scale endpoint. We don't have a design document here, in fact. Well, actually we have in somewhere, so we did a copy here. And the design of a scale endpoint. Now, scale endpoint is this. Scale endpoint is a feature where allow when you create a services, behind the services you may have many instances. So you can create a scale endpoint as a services to your client. So have an endpoint, but behind the scale endpoint, they actually tie to many instances of your containers. So you have many instances. So basically, it's a way to load balance your services. We don't have a diagram here. So we need to add to it. But this is a scale endpoint. It's like a VIP. If you guys know the VIP, behind the VIP, there's many deep. The destination IP address is the same thing. Well, your idea is the same idea. The scale endpoint is a load balance endpoint. Behind the scale endpoint, they are have multiple instances, and you can add more instances to the behind the scale endpoint, so that you will load balance your services. So that's that feature. I think that's it. The high level feature I think is this. Come back to that. Yes, and then that's pretty much it. I think okay. Here's mentioned the toponym protocol, which is using Geneve protocol format to forward the traffic, the packet. And this is a protocol we use to allow the direct path. Here you go. That's direct path. So the other feature you could say a feature is the overall managing plane, where it's actually built on top of Kubernetes, as you see. In this case, it's the Octus. using the own CRD. In this case, you can create the CRD create objects here in this Mesa, including the VPC object we just mentioned, network objects, endpoint objects, but also a bouncer objects and divider objects. So you can create you can create more instance of divider or bouncer through this API, server API, just Kubernetes API, CRD, all the way to your host. Okay, and those are inside of the design. I'm not going to go through that. So IP address management. So that's where we don't have many. The Mesa itself can be used as a CNI, as the Kubernetes CNI plugin. So Mesa will manage the IP address and for the containers in running in the Kubernetes. And that's where the daemon, you guys daemon try to install the Mesa. That's where the Mesa as a CNI plugin for Kubernetes. So that's the CNI plugin feature for Mesa. Mesa has that feature. I will think of that. And let me see if there's any other support. So at a high level, I think those are our features. Let me summarize a little bit. So the features of create a network object, including VPC, subnet, endpoint. And there's a feature of routing, mainly on the data plan side, forwarding, I'm sorry, I will say forwarding the traffic between VMs, containers, and VM containers. And that's through the divider and bouncer features, we call that. And there is a direct pass feature where allow you after first packet and then two VMs or two containers can talk to each other directly. And then there's a scale endpoint, which corresponding to a services. And then where on the no balance your endpoint, the actual endpoint you created. So those are the high level features the Mesa provided. Again, Mesa management plan is built on top of Kubernetes. So build another CRD objects, and then you can scale the bouncers and divider, which is all two objects we created through the Kubernetes CRD. So you want to see this? I think there's some here already describe this. Not there yet. Okay. Oh, here in this sector. Sorry. So you can see VPC objects. Well, if you know the Kubernetes, each CRD object you create in the Kubernetes, you have to have a corresponding operators to how to handle or manage these objects. So each object itself has an operator, the endpoint, and I will show the bouncer. Yeah. So we have a bouncer objects and the divider objects. Then you can scale through the Kubernetes. And the IP address, and then Mesa as a CNI plugin. There's another feature, CNI plugin for Kubernetes. So it's support the CNI interface this way. That's exactly you guys just trying. So far we have released 1, 2, 3. I think we just released 2.6. We can see the release notes. In fact, we should put it here. Maybe Cassie can put it here in this documentation. So you can look at all the release notes. Where within each release notes, there has a documentation, has the features that you guys are looking for, and we just released the 0.5 or 0.6? I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
0.6 for the Mesa and Octos integration.
Okay, so 0.6, and that release, the release we just have is mainly focused on the Arctos integration. So so we just released that as but looks like, and through the meeting we have some maybe bug there, and also our installation guide is not that complete. That's why you guys are trying and has a problem because we just released it. So I expect we're gonna get more installation instruction out there updated. We need to fix a couple of bugs to make sure that actually it's easy to get the Mesa and integrate with Arctos. But the whole feature we just released is basically integrated with Arctos. And that integration also should also have work with community version of Kubernetes. So if you download the Kubernetes itself, Essential also works too. And I'm not sure we have a instruction for that, how to make it works. But we first get the Arctos works first, and then within the community, the Safe or Kubernetes community, we make the community version works later. You go ahead to the next release. Somebody asked the questions. So Kayani asked questions. So we have a quarterly release, I'd say at the beginning, and so we are planning.
Yeah. Yang, actually, yes, we are running out of time. Actually, we extended 1 hour more, so sorry for that. But it's fine. We got the high-level idea on the features and the demo. We already gave the demonstration. So what we will looking for the updated instructions in this link, so that we can come up on the prior prior infrastructure.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I just want to quickly that we are planning the next release, and one of the things we do is the network policy to basically support the network policy when you do the networking. If there's something that you guys are interested in, we can join in the open source meeting and to see whether you guys are interested into as part of the design development together, and just let us know the features. And if you have additional feature you want to propose, we always can discuss for the next release.
Okay, sure. One more thing I want, Mening, can you just share this recording with us or a link so that we can go through once again if we need it?
Okay, yeah, I will upload it and then share the link with you.
Yeah, sure.
Also, quickly on the links that I shared in the chat so far is including the release and the tutorial. The tutorial should be very helpful, including an overview of Mesa and Mesa and Arctos integration. Also a demo on some of the basic functionality of Mesa, so you guys can take a look from the YouTube.
Thank you so much, Mening. Yeah. Is there a Click2Cloud team? Do you want to ask anything quickly, or we should wrap up?
Yeah, I have one question. Yang, actually, I understand the Mesa and the Mesa advantages over the Kubernetes, but still I am some confusion. What is the Arctos advantages? Why we integrate the Arctos in the Mesa? And what is the part of the Arctos?
Why we integrate with Arctos?
Yeah, I need to understand the Arctos.
Okay. Well, I can quickly tell you the couple of reasons for this. Arctos is a compute, so they need a network, and Arctos is derived, based on the Kubernetes. So we change a lot, but it's based on the Kubernetes. Kubernetes doesn't have any network solution, so we need a network solution. Since we are doing the Mesa the network object, the project, so we just we can use the Mesa as a network solution for Arctos. So that's one reason for that. The basically is a CNI, right? The Kubernetes need a CNI. There's a lot of CNI option there, but Mesa, we think Mesa has a better performance and scalability using that. Now the second reason is Arctos also redesigned it for the multi-tenancy. and then which doesn't exist in Kubernetes at all. They don't have any multi-tendency. So we actually redesigned Kubernetes with we call hard multi-tendency. But within multi-tendency, one of the aspects is the network. You have to have with multi-tendency, all the tenant VM or containers has running within the network. So, and that's where we need to integrate with Mesa.
Okay, got
And
it.
this is the first thing. That's the first thing we have in the for Actors. One of the major features we have for Actors, which doesn't exist for any of Kubernetes in the industry so far, or in the community so far.
Yeah, got it. Means it is an advantage of the multi-tenancy over the Kubernetes.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's the best. It's purely a compute service.
Correct. Actors is purely compute services.
Yeah. Okay.
You manage
Thank
VMs, you manage containers, and you IP address. Okay. You need to manage all the networking side for the VM, for the container. So you need a network solution. We believe the Mesa approach is more like innovative approach, and we design it for scale and for performance. Because if you look at we use an XDP, which has all the OVS stuff. The Open vSwitch, which is add a lot of higher overhead to it. So.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is this is the main reason. There are other reasons too, but this is the main reason.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, hopefully,
Yeah. Thank you so much for your answers, and we will also come up with more questions if needed, and we can also drop an email if we face some blocker or issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also share the Centaurus white paper that may answer a lot of the questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially the two tutorial videos that Moni shared. That two videos tutorials that are explaining the key advantage of Mesa and Actors. Lots of questions actually are answered in that two videos.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I have a suggestion. So basically, I think between Click2Cloud and our Mesa team, I think there should be like one shared machine for us to working on. For example, if Click2Cloud team have some issue, then that machine is for report the issue. Then we can investigate on the issue. And also for this demo, instead of we ask to do this, we ask to do that, we can just log in the machine and do the operation. That will be very efficient.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Do we have any questions before we conclude for today?
I guess not from our side. Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys for participating in this weekly meeting, and we will continue with the discussion. So I know I scheduled this meeting for an hour, but everyone is here for for as long as the meeting is needed. But if you guys need the meeting to be shorter, or if you want me to schedule it for longer, also let me know.
Is this a 1 hour meeting or 2 hour meeting?
This is scheduled to be 1 hour, but.
Oh, okay. That's why I'm keeping talking. So I thought it's 2 hours. Okay.
No, we usually run over the meeting, so
okay.
I thought everyone's used to it. So.
Okay.
But Kiani, if you guys need the meeting to be shorter, please let me know.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No problem. One more thing. Can we just previously I asked you, but can we just do it this meeting after means what? 8 o'clock our timing.
So I'm not sure. Wait, did you? I remember someone mentioned that maybe morning from our time is better for you guys, like 8 a.m. our time.
Morning. So yeah, that will be also better for us. So yeah, we can schedule it in the morning as well.
Maybe you can ping me on Slack and I'll discuss with you on this. And I'll also work with our team to see what works best for everybody.
Sure. I'll drop you a message on a Slack group so
Okay.
that we can discuss on that group as well. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you guys again for participating.
Yeah,
If
thank
you
you
guys have
so
any
much.
questions, just
Yeah.
post it on the Slack channel. So Centaurus Slack is for you guys and for everyone to communicate. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, when hit issue, so please don't wait for meeting, just send us an email. So yeah, we can.
I think they also raised a lot of questions on the Misa channel as well. So I think the communication is clear here. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Okay.
No, not from our side. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Great,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Meg.
Thanks all.